Hey guys, it's Two Turtle Tom. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna take a tour of the Cleveland Aquarium. I went there with my family just last weekend and saw some really amazing animals. And hey, I'm Two Turtle Tom. I love turtles, and there were a ton of turtles here, like this eastern spiny softshell. The first part of the aquarium that you go to, it's all about the aquatic systems of Northeast Ohio. So you're gonna see fresh water systems and some amazing turtles and amazing fish, like this red-eared slider. Now, they're not native, but they're really common as released pets. They get big. So if you are gonna get a slider as a pet, just make sure you know what you're getting into. Maybe a common musk turtle is better, or the Midland painted turtle. If you live in Ohio, you need a license from the Division of Wildlife. Even more special, how about this Blandings turtle, native to Cuyahoga County? And perhaps my favorite, spotted turtles. They live in very special wetlands called fens and bogs. You can see they don't swim really well. He's just kind of crawling on the bottom. But spotted turtles, they're rare in most areas, but you can buy them. And take a look at this little spotted salamander. Very similar. Unfortunately, I can't show you his yellow spots on his back, but they look just like the spots on the spotted turtle. And then let's talk about invasive species. These are sea lampreys. They live in the Atlantic Ocean, but they got introduced to Lake Erie. They suck the life out of fish. That one is actually dead, but look at his mouth. Look at those mouth parts, those rasping teeth. They lock onto nice big trophy fish. But here is the other invasive species. This is the round goby. This is from Eastern Asia. They're all over Lake Erie. They eat bass eggs of all things. The final tank in the Northeast Ohio section is this amazing collection of freshwater minnows. And then it was time to move into the flooded forest. We're talking South America. Look at these piranha. Oh my gosh. These were just so cool. And they literally had hundreds and hundreds in this giant tank. And they were moving all around and shimmering. And oh my gosh, they were so cool. South America, red-footed tortoise. It was really cool to see yet another type of turtle. And they had a Suriname toad. What a really fascinating creature. I would love to have one of these days. Probably won't get one, but really, really neat animal. And a big tetra tank. You'll recognize some of those species in there from your local pet store. Looks like black skirt tetras and maybe some Colombian tetras. Oh, look at these. These are discus. I have never really had the opportunity to watch discus, but man, they had a pair and they were just stunningly beautiful. And now I think I understand why people like these fish so much. They're just fascinating and absolutely beautiful. One of the Amazon spotted river turtles. I'm not sure which species this is. If you do recognize it, put it in the comments. Let me know. Is this the red spotted, the yellow spotted? I'm not sure. Let's go to Asia. Look at these rainbow fish. Just fascinating creatures. So much nicer than what we're used to seeing them in aquarium because they're grown up. Look, Chinese striped neck turtle. And this really cool archerfish tank. I'm excited to see one of these at the Legacy Aquarium that Brian Barczyk is building, because you'll actually be able to, I think, feed them, put crickets above. And a awesome tank with tons and tons of barbs. I mean, this must have been a 10-foot long tank, and there were hundreds of Asian barbs, giant danios, and then the final thing in that flooded forest was this really, really cool exhibit of Tanganyikan cichlids. Those daffodil cichlids and those Julie cichlids. Oh my gosh, this was one of my favorite tanks. Well, it's time to move to the saltwater area, and the saltwater area is just as impressive. Lots of fascinating and interesting fish from all over the world, like this triggerfish, and they had moon jellies. They kind of look like they were in a dryer or washing machine. The big interactive exhibit is a stingray touch pool. That thing is giant, and there's Paige. She got to touch a stingray after a lot of trying. They also have a very nice touch tank there too. And then the final attraction, the last thing you'll get to see, is the massive saltwater aquarium, and you'll travel through a tube seeing these amazing fish, rays, and sharks. This just took me right back to when I was a kid and I would go to SeaWorld of Ohio and I would see these massive sand tiger sharks like you can see right there in the back. They have different species of sharks, nurse sharks, just really, really cool. The trick here is to spend some time watching them. Don't just keep walking. Take some time, slow down, and just enjoy these massive fish. Pretend you're on a boat far, far away, somewhere in the ocean, and just take it all in. Really incredible. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Seeing these giant sharks and rays really brought me back to the time when I used to work at SeaWorld. Boy, those are just big fish. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh, so cool. Flying above us. Of course, they're swimming, but it sure looks like they're flying. And we caught a demonstration. They were actually feeding the sharks. I thought they were just gonna kind of like throw chum in all over the place, but no, that's not how they did it at all. As I walk towards the demonstration station, look for a woman standing in the water. You'll be able to see her boots right there. And she had a long pole that had a hook on the end, and she would put a fish on that little hook and feed the sharks individually. Wow, what a cool place. I really, really recommend the Greater Cleveland Aquarium. It's a perfect trip. It's perfect size. You can go through again if you want to. And I just really enjoyed my time here, and Megan and I and Paige had an absolute blast. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time on the Two Turtle Tom channel.